Can the brand new Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness tow a trailer? As you know, the brand new Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness has 178 foot-pounds of torque and 182 horsepower. And of course, I could be wrong on that because I just Googled it before I did this video so I could tell you about it. The real question is, can it tow? Of course, this is one of the aspects that's highlighted when they're advertising the new Crosstrek Wilderness. One of the most popular shots that I remember seeing when it was first released was it towing a trailer that was advertised on their website. Now, of course, I found this particularly interesting for a number of reasons. Number one is I've always liked the look of the Subaru Crosstrek. However, now that my wife and I have gotten more and more into doing a little bit of exploring, some minor off-roading, and we have a trailer that we custom built. Well, the question is, can this Subaru handle that? The rating of the Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness is rated for 3,500 pounds. Our trailer weighs just under 1,500. It's really closer to about 1,200 pounds with everything packed in it. Now, I went ahead and went on to the Googles before we actually received our Crosstrek Wilderness to see what are other people saying and how well does it tow, and I couldn't come up with much. Therefore, I figured, why don't I make a video about it now that we have one? We've now been on 2 different camping excursions with our setup, and I have to say, I'm quite impressed so far. How many times have we pulled the trailer with our Crosstrek now? Maybe the 4th or 5th time pulling the trailer. We came to Roosevelt, which is about 3 hours from Tucson, where we're at. Crosstrek's been doing good. It does great, especially on the highway speeds of like 65-ish. No problemo. Tent's looking good. Really like it. We put the new tent on, the 23-0 tent on. We've had it now for about a year.
I guess so, because we probably got Black Friday.
Yeah, I think we got it for Black Friday last year, and today is Black Friday 2024. So it's been fantastic. So easy to set up, and it just glides through the air. Roosevelt Lake. Wow.
Largest reservoir in Arizona.
Is it also the largest lake? Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm calling it the same thing.
We've never been here before. First time camping. And the lake is, I don't know, it kind of looks like it's the largest in Arizona. We took it out over the weekend, and what was great with our setup, we were able to leave everything set up, and then we did some exploring. So we live really close, within about 2 and 3 hours of the Chiricahuas in Arizona. So we went out there and camped in the nearby forest area, and then we were able to just leave camp set up, and we went over to the Chiricahuas, did some exploring around the area to see some other future camp spots, and then came back later that day, loaded up our trailer, and went home. Oh. It can even go through water, pulling a trailer like a beast. But maybe we can't go quite as fast as our friend with his F-150. Some of you might be asking, all right, so yes, it can do it, but how well does a Subaru Crosstrek actually do pulling something on the highway? Are you gonna even be able to pass anything? The previous Subaru Crosstreks with the 2-liter engine sometimes felt like they couldn't get out of their own way. It actually does quite well. I mean, you're not a sporty race car out there, but nor is it meant to be. I know everyone else on the internet seems to want a turbo in absolutely everything, but I myself am pretty happy and very pleased to have a naturally aspirated 2.5 liter in the Subaru Crosstrek, and I think it does a phenomenal job. And so some of you might be asking, all right, so do you pretty much just stay in the right-hand side and let all of the cars pass you? But we actually, on the way back, we're coming up behind a Jeep Gladiator, thank you very much, and passed it with a trailer going around on a thingy highway where you gotta cross the yellow polka dotted lines and then hurry and get over before oncoming traffic. Yeah, we did that, but I didn't get that on film. So therefore the next car that we saw, I was like, I gotta get this. And so you better believe it, Dodge Caravan. We passed you, like lightning speed, or maybe not lightning, maybe slow rolls of thunder. On the way back from the Chiricahuas to Tucson, Arizona, there are some major steep hills. And so going up those steep hills, passing semi-trucks, you definitely have to ring it out. It's not necessarily the most comfortable thing all the time when driving it on the highway, pulling the trailer, but it does surprisingly well. Now I will say that when we were going at about 70 miles an hour, it feels pretty comfortable. But when you're trying to go, let's say 82, 85, passing cars around that speed, it feels a little less comfortable, especially when you're going up a hill. You really have to wring out the engine. I know that it can handle it, but overall it just doesn't feel as comfortable of a ride. I'm not expecting it to pull it like a crazy truck, because if I wanted that, I would just go get a big old truck. Got a little bit of a slant. What we want to do is get some smaller tires to try to level this out a little bit, because with the new Crosstrek, it's a lot shorter than the Xterra was. And it's just a hoot to drive on the dirt. I can't think of anything else that you would want to know about this. But if you have questions about the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness, I'd make a video about it. I just need to know what it is that you want to know. Because what you want to know is maybe what I wanted to know. And now that I know some of the things that you want to know, I forget that you want to know them. So you just got to tell me what those things are. Kevin, how are you doing? How are you liking the camping experience, buddy? If you had to give it 3 words, what would they be? Ground? Yeah. Anything else? What are you eating? What are you okay. Yep, exploring. That's the other word. I get it. Stop eating whatever you're eating. Okay, that's good. Stop eating whatever you're doing. I think you just ate dirt. Anything else? Anything else for the, nope, don't lick the camera. Remember, our training, we don't lick cameras. Yep, that's what you get for eating dirt. Okay, over and out.